The lack of friends can generate two things, fear or peace. But when a Stoic sage is asked about his friendlessness, he replied ambiguously, or so those around him believed. He said, "Friendship is with a diamond." Do you know what he meant by that phrase? That friendship is elusive and precious. Friendships are rare, valuable, and often surrounded by imitations. After a few errors in judgment, you begin to believe that all friendships are mere illusions, just fakes that are based on this. True friends are treasures to cherish. But what does it mean when you often find yourself alone navigating a world that seems brimming with connections? Does the lack of friends indicate something deeper, something inherent to who you are today? Psychologically, what does it mean? Well, according to the psychological approach, it is true that people with few friends may have some characteristics in common, such as lack of assertiveness, little empathy, and less developed emotional intelligence. However, it's important to remember that this is not a general rule. This is a half-truth. There are many other factors that can influence how many friends a person has, such as their personality, interests, lifestyle, or life circumstances. For example, you are an introverted person, and you prefer to spend time alone. There will be others who have specific interests, who may have a hard time finding friends who share their hobbies. Others with a busy lifestyle. Some who move to a new city or who go through a major change in life, generating difficulties in making new friends. Importantly, having few friends is not a bad thing in itself. There are many people who are perfectly happy with a small circle of close friends. In fact, a Stoic man prefers quality rather than quantity. It doesn't help you to have 100 friends, but to have 2 of them in bad situations. Let's focus on just those 2. It will take us less time and effort to dedicate our friendship to those 2 unconditional than to 100. Don't you think the same? Now we are going to dive into this delicate topic. Do not be afraid. My knowledge will help you understand everything. Just stay the entire video to understand and apply my advice in your life. But first, can you help me by subscribing and activating the notification campaign? This way, you'll not only be informed when I upload more tips like this, but you'll also help grow this channel. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Embrace your essence. Stoicism as a path to genuine connection proposes that we accept our nature. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "Through time, accept the things that fate binds you." Your introversion is not a defect, it is a silent power. Recognize that your trip is different, but no less valuable. By accepting yourself, you free yourself from the chains of what-ifs and shoulds. This self-acceptance is your armor in the bustling world of social interaction, making you unwavering in your quiet confidence. Focus on the present. In a meeting when shyness assails you, remember the Stoic teaching. Focus on what you control. Your control lies in your actions, your words, and your kindness, not in the thoughts of others or the end result. Do not speak to impress, but to express your truth. This shift in focus, from fear to judgment to authenticity, lightens the load, transforming conversations into a space for genuine connections. I want you to also understand before continuing that friendship is not a trophy to be won, but a garden to be cultivated. In the search for connections, he abandons the need for immediate results. Like Seneca, who saw life as a journey, he sees every interaction as a step on your path, not as proof of your worth. By focusing on being your authentic self, you create space for relationships that resonate with your true self. In the Stoic view, every person you meet is an opportunity to learn, grow, and reflect, not just another friend to add to your list. Through the lens of Stoicism, shyness and introversion are transformed from shadows into sources of strength. It is not a matter of overcoming these traits, but of understanding them and using them to navigate the complex world of human relationships. Are you an introvert? Accept your introversion as a force. Focus on your actions and words, not on the opinions of others. He speaks from authenticity, not from fear. Cultivate friendship with patience and care, and he sees every interaction as an opportunity to learn and grow. Knowing this, we can continue fully on the subject. Trust issues. As we navigate the maze of friendships, trust becomes the compass that guides us. However, 2 problems lie in wait for it: finding the balance between our values and the unpredictability of others, and managing breaches of trust. Epictetus says, "Do not expect people to be as you want them to be. Expect them to be the way they are, and you will be happy. To start feeling confident, you must start with the pillar that will guarantee the identity you will show. That's right. Start by getting to know yourself. Be clear about what your values are, what motivates you, and what scares you. This self-knowledge will give you the necessary security to know when to open up to others and when to protect yourself. Remember that, like a steady tree, you must know your roots to stay stable in the shifting tides of human relationships. Seneca once said, "The beginning of wisdom is the recognition of one's own ignorance." Marcus Aurelius, on the other hand, recommends, "Ask yourself every morning, what should I do today? What is it that justice, piety, moderation, and courage command me to do?" Now that you know yourself, you must keep in mind that people change. Someone who seems trustworthy today may not be so tomorrow. This doesn't mean that you should build walls around your heart, but that you should be aware that the only constant is change. Because Heraclitus says, "The only constant is change." Accept that people change, maintain your emotional balance, and if trust breaks down, take it as an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. It is as Marcus Aurelius says, "Observe how everything flows and how nothing remains." Don't expect perfection in human behavior. Be like water, adapting to the circumstances without losing your essence. Open and honest communication is key to maintaining trust. If doubts arise, speak clearly and listen carefully. Honest conversations are like turning on a light in a dark room. They allow you to clear up misunderstandings and build deeper connections. Remember that communication is a two-way street. Listen as much as you talk. This balance between speaking and listening creates a dance of words that strengthens the bonds of friendship. Ultimately, trust is the foundation of any strong friendship. It is not an ornament, but a fundamental pillar. Build a circle of friends where trust is the norm, not the exception. Epictetus says, "Trust is the basis of friendship." By this point, you're ready to receive 3 keys to navigating the social maze of modern life. Specifically, these are 3 entry points to friendship. In the digital age, where virtual communication reigns supreme, the lack of social opportunities can be a silent problem. It's not just about not meeting people, but about the lack of real interaction with the world around us. We start with 1. Get out of the digital world and participate in your community. Friendship is nothing but a perfect agreement as to the things that are good and bad. Cicero. Volunteering not only allows you to help others, but it opens doors to meeting people who share your values and interests. Planting trees, organizing books in a library, or any other shared activity weaves a thread that connects you to the social fabric. By contributing to the common good, you find partners on the same path. While technology connects us to the world, it can also isolate us from real connections. Break this cycle by getting out of the digital world and participating in your community. Attend festivals, markets, sporting events, or any other activity that interests you. These spaces are ideal for meeting new people and discovering common interests. Number 2, share your passions and knowledge. As Aristotle says, friends are one soul inhabiting 2 bodies. Finding friends you can connect with on a deeper level goes beyond casual interactions. Share your passions and knowledge in spaces where you can find people who understand and inspire you. Participate in workshops, seminars, or groups related to your hobbies. These spaces not only help you grow professionally, but they are fertile ground for friendships. In them, conversations flow naturally between people who share your passion. It's like finding your tribe, where personal growth and connections go hand in hand. Join a book club, sports team, or any other group that gathers around a shared passion. In these spaces, conversations flow naturally and connections are formed organically. And number 3, enjoy the outdoors and practice gratitude. The truth is that nature has a unique power to bring people together. Enjoy the outdoors and practice gratitude for the world around you. John Adams says, "Friendship is the only cement that can bind mankind together in a lasting society." Walking, biking, or practicing yoga in a group are not only beneficial for your physical health, but they are also catalysts for connection. In these spaces, conversations about nature bloom like wildflowers. Formalities dissolve, allowing genuine connections to grow. Share your experience with others, and express your appreciation for the moments they share. Gratitude strengthens connections and creates a positive environment for friendship. With these 3 points to enter a more enjoyable and productive social world, I want you to understand well that true friendship is not about accumulating a large number of friends, but about cultivating meaningful relationships that add color to your life. The pursuit of friendship should be a fulfilling journey based on simplicity, sincerity, and a desire to connect with people who make you feel good. By opening yourself up to new experiences, sharing your passions, and enjoying the world around you, you'll create the conditions necessary to build lasting and meaningful friendships. Once you've taken that step to build new friendships, what's next? Here are 5 keys to overcoming social barriers and building lasting friendships. Friendships are not formed by magic. They require effort and an appropriate approach. In our busy lives, we often overlook the importance of social skills, which are critical to building meaningful relationships. Number 1, embrace opportunities or dare to take the first step. Love what fate has in store for you. Marcus Aurelius. Remember that every social interaction is an opportunity to connect with someone. Start small. Strike up a conversation at a coffee shop, join a local club, or participate in online communities with shared interests. These small interactions are the foundation of trust in social environments. 2. Cultivate active listening. Just like a plant needs water and sunlight, social skills require care and patience to flourish. A key element is to listen carefully and empathetically. In a world where everyone seeks to be heard, stand out for being a good listener. Ask questions not only to answer, but to understand. Immerse yourself in each other's stories with genuine curiosity. This shift in focus allows you to build deeper connections. Plutarch says, "He who hears well is almost as wise as he who speaks well." And you? Do you know how to listen? Number 3, embrace imperfection. Don't be discouraged if not all social interactions lead to a lasting friendship. Every experience, whether it blossoms into a friendship or fizzles out, is a step forward in your social journey. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of human interaction. Epictetus has a phrase that fits perfectly here, and that is, "Life is not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you." Let's try to learn from each experience. Number 4, value genuine connections. I have told you this on several occasions, and even Aristotle validates this advice by saying, "It is not the quantity of friends that matters, but the quality of friendships." With each experience, you not only develop your social skills, but you also learn to navigate the complex world of relationships with grace and resilience. Remember that your value is not tied to the number of friends you have, but to the quality of the connections you cultivate. And 5, don't seek to impress, seek to connect. It's not about showing off your wits or your stories, but about creating a space where others feel valued and heard. Just be yourself, as authenticity is key to building lasting relationships. Be kind and considerate, as people are attracted to those who are kind and empathetic. Be patient, because building friendships takes time and effort. And be positive. A positive attitude will make you more approachable to others. Remember, the key to building meaningful friendships is to develop your social skills, be open to new experiences, and value genuine connections. With effort and dedication, you will be able to create a circle of friends who will support you and enrich your life. For the next tip, I tell you, the tree of friendship and life's changing priorities. Our priorities change as we age, often moving away from connections that were once important in childhood. We focus on what we perceive as essential: the state, money, a home. In this search, we may unintentionally neglect the friendships that protected us. The change of priorities is natural, part of growth and evolution. Often, however, in pursuing what we think we need, we overlook what we already have. In our busyness for success and stability, we may overlook the friends who are our silent supporters. The result is a void full of accomplishments, perhaps, but lacking in true, sincere connections. Rebuilding or cultivating friendships requires conscious effort, much like tending a garden. These are not grand gestures, but small, constant acts of kindness and firmness. Start by reaching out, starting conversations, and being there not only in happy moments, but also in times of need. Friendships, like trees, grow deep roots over time, not overnight. Please don't be the person who remembers the tree only in times of need. Be the one who values and nurtures these relationships regularly. And with priorities changing, so do our friendships. That is why the next point I will tell you about is titled, Changing Priorities and the Art of Friendship in an Ever-Changing Life. In our ever-changing lives, where we juggle education, career, and personal shifting priorities, often act as a silent architect in building or decaying friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as it was in ancient times, teaches us to embrace the dynamic nature of life. Imagine your life as a river that is constantly flowing and changing course. Marcus Aurelius says, "Accept what fate brings you." As you navigate the rapids of career advancement or the serene waters of family life, your time for social interactions ebbs and flows naturally. This is not a failure on your part. It is simply the reality of a life lived to the fullest. As Seneca says, life is like a journey. See every interaction as a step on your path, not as a test of your worth. Stoicism offers practical guidance for these times of transition. When your days are filled with meetings, deadlines, or family responsibilities, it's tempting to try to keep a wide circle of friends, but Stoicism advises quality over quantity. It's better to have some deep, meaningful connections than numerous superficial ones. This approach is not about excluding people, but rather about focusing your energy where it matters most, honoring not only your time, but also the time of others. Fostering relationships that are genuine and fulfilling by adapting to life's changing priorities with Stoicism doesn't mean resigning yourself to a life with fewer friends. Instead, it's about understanding and accepting the natural flow of relationships. Some friends may drift away while others will stay or even enter your life precisely because of your new priorities. Embrace this journey with wisdom and courage. We are about to finish. That's why I want to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. You can also activate the notification bell. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Mental well-being and the art of friendship. Our mental well-being, often marginalized in the hustle and bustle of life, is a silent cornerstone in the architecture of friendships. That is why friendship is an essential relational aspect, surely one of the main foundations of societies, along with the family and the couple. Good friends are always there, whether it's motivating us, encouraging us to be the best version of ourselves, or supporting us unconditionally. Placing trust in other people constitutes the social fabric, since if we could not do it, society as we know it today could not be possible. From a very young age to when we are older, friends are a fundamental part of our lives. Forming bonds of friendship with other people is very beneficial for our mental health. When our inner world is clouded by anxiety or shadowed by depression, it's like trying to navigate a social maze in the dark. The Stoics teach us to light a torch, not to dispel the darkness completely, but to see a way through it. As George Carlin pointed out, beneath the surface of a cynical outlook lurks a disappointed idealist. This isn't about wearing rose-colored glasses, but about recognizing that our mental battles can inadvertently build walls, not bridges between us and potential friends. Friends aren't just for sunny days, they're shelters in storms. By striving for inner calm, you become someone others want to turn to. Stoicism teaches us that this inner tranquility can be achieved through self-reflection and coherence. It's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding them, and not letting them dictate our actions. This doesn't mean not having emotions, but rather being in control of how we react to them. When you master this, you become a beacon of stability in an often unpredictable world, to which people are naturally drawn. Those who exude a sense of calm and understanding by cultivating their inner peace inadvertently create a welcoming space for friendships to flourish. According to Aristotle, a friend is a soul that dwells in two bodies. And finally, we must understand that there will be differences in interests. Diverse interests can be like musical notes, each unique, but part of a larger melody. When interests collide, it's not just a confusing note, it's a potential symphony of connections that don't touch. Let's say you love rock music, but your friend loves classical music. There is a gap, of course, but it is also a bridge waiting to be crossed. Stoicism pushes us to accept these differences not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to broader horizons. He whispers to us that we find harmony in discord. When we focus solely on our interests, we risk creating a bubble that limits our world and our circle of friends. By opening our arms to the diversity of passions around us, we are not only learning about new hobbies, but also opening doors to new relationships and perspectives. As my grandfather used to say, variety is the taste of life. Stoicism fosters this curiosity by reminding us that every person we meet has a universe of experiences, ideas, and passions. Let's say you're a hardcore gamer and your neighbor likes gardening. Instead of nodding and walking away, ask about their favorite plant. Show interest in their world. It's not about pretending you love gardening. It's about appreciating their passion and, in turn, allowing them to see and appreciate yours. Mutual curiosity is a powerful glue that binds people with different interests together. It's about understanding that underneath these hobbies and passions, we share common threads of enthusiasm, dedication, and joy. Well, that was all for today. This knowledge will help you if you use it correctly. You are not a weak or boring person because you have few friends. You are an intelligent person who values quality before quantity. Use these tips to find that friendship that will last in the face of any adversity and time. Now you know what to do if you want more tips like this. Subscribe to the channel. This is not a goodbye, it is a see you later.